check this out. Got a story for you. And it's a true one because this all happened to me. About 3 years ago, I was out seeing these people, right, here where I live. And needless to say, these people was into crystal methamphetamine, all right? So anyways, I was out there and I was talking to them and seeing them. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, yeah, Robbie was doing it. Yes, I was. Okay, I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. Anyways, things go on, right? And I'm looking at shit that's happening and I'm starting to notice that these people are doing other things besides this, smoking this meth, whatever. They're stealing and shit, right? Anyways, I'm over at my gal's, and I had told her before, when we first got together, that she needed to change things at her property, all right, because her place was easy pickings, right, and I had a vision of her getting robbed. Well, needless to say, these people that was hanging around out there, they had came back and they stole her stuff, right? They stole her stuff, and we seen it out there at the pole barn out there. Anyways, and I told her, needless to say, just like I told her, her kids were going to get mad at me and everything because they thought I was in on it and all this good stuff, and they would attack me and all that, right? Well, needless to say, she sees what's happening, whatever, and it does happen. And then the girl who actually kind of put it in front of our face that, hey, where'd all this stuff coming up, and we're starting to see this stuff more than what I had already seen, right? Well, needless to say, we popped them people for stealing that stuff, right? And you know what happened? That girl who had showed me and my girl all what was going on, she was also doing these readings with me, right? And she was telling me about these things that was going on, but she wasn't a real reader, if you understand what I'm saying. She was giving her interpretations to benefit her, okay, because of the situations that was going on there. Well, needless to say, this girl wound up at a whole different place from where we was on over there in another part of town. And they killed this girl. I know they did, because she came to my woman in a dream and she said, hey, and she was talking to her in a dream and whatever, and she said, yeah, they killed me. And my girl, I guess she woke up and blah, blah. She got on the Facebook. Sure enough, this girl was dead, right? Well, it come back that I didn't hear too much more about this girl that had died, right? Well, anyways, in between all that time, something else had happened to me when I was at my gal's house, right? I had somebody shoot a gun towards me, all right? And I heard the bullet go, woo, zipping on by when it went by, right? And I yelled, hey, there's somebody over here. Watch it, right? Blah, blah, Great. And the police went over there and whatever. They never came to me. But then later on, about a week or two later after that, what pops up on my phone? There was a guy talking about somebody trying to assassinate me in my town, right? I'm going, wow, ain't that a coincidence, right? Well, needless to say, I've had people try to come back and tell these authorities or whatever, or this group of people have conjured up a story that I was this big meth dealer or whatever, this big drug dealer or whatever, right? And the FBI was following me. Then I'm working at this joint, right? And I had put in a workman's compensation suit against them for a hernia, right? They didn't like that. They had to find ways to somehow to try to fire me, right? To try to get up from underneath that compensations lawsuit against them, right? That's what they thought. So anyways, they making my coffee with fentanyl and some other stuff, right? Because I fell out right there in the shop, and I was ODing, man. And the funny thing about it was I don't do that stuff. But here I am ODing from it, right? Well, that's okay. Needless to say, I still went and got my operation. It still went all through, because I'm glad that I messed up their little plan, right? But what I'm trying to say here is that I've been going through some stuff, and I know it's all because of the light that's shining inside of me. I'm a March man, all right? It's all over. Imps, Corsicks, the crescent moons. We got all that good stuff, all right? There's more than that. I love God, all right? He's inside of me. I love myself. That's what you got to do. You got to love yourself. And I'm getting to the point that I'm tired of a lot of people because they just look at you like you're supposed to rescue them from everything that's going on in their life, And then they're trying to take me out at the same time. Try and live that life. It's crazy, man. It's like Neo in the Matrix. But anyways, I just want to share that story with you. And it is very true because there's many people around me that have actually seen it and know that this is happening. That's crazy. What a world we live in. And just all you little warlocks and all your little cults and whatever, your stuff ain't working. You ain't got the power. Not like I got the power. Later.